Hello and welcome to the next Spooktober game, which is also a dictator game. Blink by Pizzanaut, who had what to say about it. Sanity's Requiem for the GameCube, a scary game that you can cram into Spooktober. Not a lot else. I don't remember having any exposure to this game. So we'll see how we do. Do you not think my controller is plugged in? I can do the other one if that makes you happier. Why aren't you accepting my controller game? Because I was using the wrong USB port. That's a good reason. There we go. Why would I need one in slot B? It is recommended you review your game settings. Okay. Create the game file. Okay, now it's happy. Subtitles, on please. Standard amount of widescreen seems fine. I'd kind of prefer rumble off, but we'll leave it. Volume. Yeah, that looks fine. We recommend that you adjust your brightness. Oh, yes. About there. Stereo, sure. Save and continue. Save and continue. How do we... How do we actually continue with the game? Well, you know what? This is counting against the time. If the game is stupid enough to put us into this menu, and then not give us an obvious way out...
Flesh, bone, bound together with the oddest magical incantation. This wretched book is where it all began so long ago. Before time, before humanity. I am Dr. Edward Roivas. I am a clinical psychologist. I am also dead. This is not
Terribly
my story,
talkative for someone
nor
who's
even
dead.
the story of the Roivas family. It is the story of humanity. Like it or not, believe it or not, as you will. Your perceptions will not change reality, but simply color it.
I mean, that's not true, but
Humanity
okay.
has been on the edge of extinction for 2 millennia, ignorant of so much and dependent on so few. The Guardians grow restless.
The Guardians
Time
of...
once again near. Whether by fate or misfortune, my family has crossed their path, and they didn't take kindly to it. Their attention turns to my granddaughter, for she is the last of my line, and the last hope for humanity.
Okay. We are Shotgun Lara Croft. Oh yes, we should change our category. That is true. Ah! Of course you say that just as I'm getting attacked by... monsters. You monster. You monster, Salah. shotgun has a lot of ammo. There we go. There you go. Fixed. For a second I thought she had a walkie-talkie, but it's just a really old phone.
Hello?
Miss Alexandra Roivas?
Yeah, who's this?
This is Inspector LaGrasse of the Rhode Island Police. I'm sorry to disturb you, but there's been an accident with your grandfather.
I'll be on the next flight out.
He is a pudgy detective.
Miss Roivas, I'm pleased to meet you. I trust you had a pleasant trip?
Yes, I suppose so, considering.
Yes, my condolences. This is most unpleasant.
You are indeed unpleasant
It's a
to
shame
look
we
at.
couldn't meet under brighter circumstances.
Yes, it is. Can we get this over with, please?
Of course, this way. But I must warn you, it's not a pleasant sight.
I must warn you, if you get too close to me,
I'm
you
afraid there's
won't be able to
not
escape my
much to
gravitational
see.
pull.
Miss Roivas, is that your grandfather, Edward?
Yes, it's him. He's wearing our family ring. I don't understand. Why are you showing me this? Can't you check dental records or something? What is wrong with you?
I just wanted a pretty woman around.
It's my job, lady. You're the only living relative, and no, we can't check dental records. There's no head. Oh, none of this makes sense. There's no sign of intrusion, and there was certainly a lot of force used here. I have never seen anything like this in my 20 years on the force. We have no evidence except for the body.
Oh, please say you're about to
Left,
retire
say
tomorrow.
much.
Please.
We don't have a single clue.
Well, you better find out who did this. I'm not leaving Rhode Island until you do. There must be some clue in this old mansion revealing what happened. I want answers.
So do I. I wish I had some.
Jupiter on legs. Shocked by her grandfather's mysterious death and frustrated at the incompetence of the local police, Alex vows to uncover the truth. Yeah. She decides to search the mansion, the place where... Oh, it scrolls. It's not A. Where Edward conducted his research. If there was a tie to his past, and possibly a tie to his murder, it would be there. We will play the follow the wall game. That looks like it wants us to slot something in it. The wooden plaque is fastened to the door, taking the place of a lock. A coloured sigil is carved into the wood above a wide slot. The slot is just wide enough to insert a narrow blade. Now we can actually test our buttons. Our buttons are punch. Nothing. Creep? Or at least I hope this is creep. I really hope this isn't walk bow-legged for no reason. Make like we're about to... Oh, it's power punch. No, it's just the same as punch, so I don't know why that's any different. No, we are definitely creeping, Salar. This is pretty creepy. She does it, and she seems like a creep. Okay, seemingly nothing else. Morning, Amel. A grand piano stands there, awaiting the hands of a decent musician. Unfortunately, Edward never really lived up to that description, and as such, the piano fell into disuse. At the middle is the purple one, and then around the edges is leaf blue and red. An illustration features a collection of strange lined designs relating to each other in a cyclical manner. There appears to be some significance to it, but it isn't particularly evident. A table is set for one. Alex's grandfather, Edward's private nature meant he never had many visitors, and this is the lonely evidence of that. But Moonlight Sonata is beautiful, not evil. A beautiful carriage clock. The hand appears to be stuck, yet the clock continues to tick, with the time permanently set to 3:30. There's a key in the back of the clock, presumably for winding it. Should we look at the key? You pick up the desk clock and pull the key from it. However, there is something odd about the key. It isn't for winding it at all. It looks like a dresser key. You've found dresser key. Well, if we need a dresser, I guess that's helpful. Portrait of the ancestral Roivas line, the foyer walls. Their faces reveal a dark, brooding edge. There is something about each one that gives the viewer an unsettling feeling. Okay, what about this side? The other side was a kitchen. Oh, look at all these books. Lovely. The books contain the history of the Roivas family genealogy, birth and death records, deeds and writs. The history is a troubled one. As Mediterranean immigrants, the early Roivas were shunned by other settlers in North America. Suspected of witchcraft, the Roivas were convicted during the witch hunts, forcing them into hiding. As memories faded, they rebuilt their lives. The books in the corner seem to focus on the supernatural, the writings of Poe, Lovecraft, the poetry of Blake, the art of Bosch, everything with a tie to ethereal horror and fantasy. It is all here. A reference library to the arcane, what was Alex's grandfather's secret hobby. Reading! And it was his explicit hobby. A slight draft can be felt issuing from beneath the bookshelf, almost as though a vent or empty space is behind it. The looming grandfather clock seems to stand ominously in the corner, gazing on this empty room with a almost patriarchal air. Use left and right to adjust the clock hands. Okay. Can I set it to like 1 minute to midnight? There's no further examine? No, there's no further examine for that one. Apparently there's no further examine for this one either. We continue with plan, rub ourselves against the edges and try and find all the interactable items. So there's a bookshelf that is presumably a hidden door. In the warm glow of the candlelight, the Roivas family tree hangs from the wall. Shadows flitter across its surface, obscuring the detail. If one looks closely, the family's secrets are revealed. Ooh, we have a giant telescope? A brass-framed mirror is set into the wall. The mirror's direction can be adjusted by means of two crankshafts set below it. A curious device. Is it related to the telescope in some way? I don't know what I'm supposedly adjusting. And it looks like I'm missing one of the handles to adjust the other thing. A globe, cradled in a wooden frame. Its glossy surface is painted in the likeness of an ancient map. A lens is situated on the northern hemisphere, the worst hemisphere, above a label that reads, "There be dragons here." Wait, what? Oh, okay, it's just unnecessarily panning across her bust, sure. Southerner? Yup. Oh? Something clicked. Oh, there's a third one? Gods, there are a lot of these. Okay, and that appears to be all. So, secret doorway, book full of mirrors and telescope. Portraits of the... No, this is the same. This is the same as the one in the middle, so I'm not rereading it. The door is locked. Same as the other one. The door is locked. Same as the other one. Well, I don't think we've seen a dresser. We've seen a desk. Well, the desk is the closest thing to a dresser, of which I'm aware, so we will try and go to to that dresser that was through the other end of the library. These things. No. We cannot use that. Ah, but we do have a key for the second floor. Well then. Or was this... No, right. My bad, my bad, my bad. That's the... telescope room. The key comes apart in the lock. The key to the second floor is broken. Perhaps there is a way to repair it. Can we reforge it on the oven? No, the oven is not interactable. Maybe there's a front of... Ooh, and there was something to examine here. The last rays of sunlight fight the shroud of darkness. It lends an eerie feel to the last few weeks' events. As the sun sets, Alex will be alone in the house, with nothing but the spirits of old for company. I mean, that's a nice, pretty, that is a nice composition in terms of the colours shown. I'll give it that. That one's just the same. Can I go out the front door? The call of the mansion beckons to Alex, drawing her back to uncover her family secrets that it hides. She will not learn till she has learned what happened to her grandfather. He died, the end. Leave the house. Game over. And look at this. It's actually kind of well done lens flare for a GameCube, but it's still lens flare and therefore does not need to exist. Hey all biggest foreheadicus. G'day, g'day. Neither have I. Can I shove the key in there? I can't access the start menu while I'm in here. I will agree that this game's crimes are really great. Great as in large or immense. We use it in the pejorative sense. Yeah, I haven't, examined the other key. It appears to be a key for a chest of drawers or a dresser. How helpful. Those are the only two literal items we have. Okay, so there's this room. I didn't look at these, but there's nothing in there. We've already looked at the piano. We've already looked at the table with the soup. Okay, I didn't look at these. There's a painting of a side road and a lake with some very vertical trees. Already looked out that window. This takes us to the library. That takes us to the mirror room. Mirror/giant telescope. The Book Nook just says he loves Lovecraft and Poe. Yeah, there's a space behind it, but what of it? I suppose I could fiddle with setting the clock to every individual hour. And if the other clock was stuck on 3:30, maybe I meant to make this clock be 3:30. Except that now it won't let me fiddle with it again? There we go. I was expecting to have to find a key. And this feels wrong because I'm, like, trying to find the thing that fixes that clock key, right? Or uses that clock key. Whatever. Big flashy book. Bless me. Allergic to the game. A large leather-bound antique book rests upon the cluttered desk. Should we read it? No. We probably should read it. I think that is a fake choice. Some sort of sandworm?
I had no knowledge of what was to come, nor did I care. How the knowledge changed me, it will also change you. As you read this, you will come to learn fear as I have. You too will come to understand, or you will perish.
Perishing sounds mighty tempting.
To think that once I could not see beyond the veil of our reality. To see those who dwell behind. My life now has purpose, for I have learned the frailty.
His reading is nice and atmospheric.
Bone. I was once a fool.
This makes me think of Rome 1, Total War.
Where is quies candamest? Where is conservandi? Facusatis aquae sumant, et animus eorum conferma. Pugna huis, dia sit modo prima multarum, si inceptum conficiamus.
Quam primum, Centurio Augustus. I would like to compliment you once more on your battle tactics. Our enemies did not have a chance.
Oh, they've stopped speaking Latin.
Do you believe that it really exists, Centurion?
I do not doubt our Emperor's beliefs, or his orders. But if we are to retrieve the artifact, then we must be strong and patient. Come to us, pious Augustus.
Sandworm time? And the good news is the longer the cutscene goes, the longer I go without having to actually play. Ah, we're getting laser beamed! Wait, are we going to be the... We're going to be the... Okay, so we've finished the Be the Girl segment of the game, and we're now a Roman centurion. Our buttons seem largely the same. So at least that's consistent. And it looks very much like it wants me to climb down this ladder. The ladder leads into the dark heart of the labyrinth. Danger lurks beneath. Yet our courageous resolve does not buckle. Should we climb? Okay. There's no examine? Ooh. Skelly bro. Wish we had our shield now. No. Then there were more of them. Oh! You can't be killed? No, there's a finish him. Okay. Health meter. This health meter represents your life energy. Every time you take damage, the level will get lower. If it reaches 0, the character will die. Did the third one run away from me? A puzzle box? A strange granite block lies on the floor. You pick up the granite block. No, I said turn around. Finish zombie 1. Hello? I'd like to... I'm not allowed to. Finish him. Finish zombie 2. A strange granite block. Steel-stricken strange granite block. There doesn't appear to be anything else. Oh, good lord. What if I leave? Do they follow me through doors? They do not follow me through doors. But they stay in the position they were in, annoyingly. I was hoping to, cause them to respawn and redistribute. Because now I'm just getting ganked in the corner by all of them. Okay. So there's another ladder. And another cube, which we grab. Please? I want to stabby him. It's very picky about when it lets you use the finish them or not. Terrible camera angling there. Okay, now what was this? The bars across the door block our exit from the room. I mean, at least it's not quite a fixed camera angle. It's not quite Dino Crisis. But this is not a helpful camera angle, right? If there's an enemy in front of me, I have no idea. Oh, it's too grindy for me. Open new area, collect 10 new pelts. No thank you. It is cute and there's kind of nice dialogue, but that's about it. It's not even especially pretty, right? It's actually kind of ugly for a DS game. Oh, no, we're gonna get mauled. Back off a bit. No, there are just too many. Managed to get one gone. 2. 3. Yeah, or something with some historical value, like Final Fantasy. I put up with grinding through those because I want to learn the history of them. This wall is prominently decorated with a strange lined symbol carved into the granite. Cut into the wall is a square hole lined with scratches, as though something has been removed from it. The other objection was that it seems really poorly balanced. Like the very first monster you fight, Jake, can very reasonably kill you. If you get a miss and it gets a hit, you can super die to that first monster. I don't have purple one. I do have green one. It should start you with a weapon. It shouldn't start you with no weapon. Red. Do. Blue. Do. But where do we get purple? Do-do-do-do. Ah, purple is in the middle, says chat. No, I had not noticed. Hello, purple. Well, let's go shove you on the right. And now, by their powers combined, we summon Captain Planet. No, we open the door near the start. It is kind of cool that we hobble when we're this damaged, but it's also really annoying to move slowly. So, like, +1 for immersion, -2 for enjoyment. Doesn't look like there's anything to examine on either of these sides. Slowly hobble. Pious, you must prove your worth by destroying the statue. Pressing R will enable you to select which target to attack. Release R slightly, and pressing it again will cycle between targets. You may attack specific body parts by moving the control stick and pressing A. Up for head, left and right for arms. Okay. But I'm not in range. Prove that you've listened to the tutorial, which is good. Like, that's the way you should do it. Teach someone something and then immediately test that they know it to allow them to escape the room. This is very traditional Zelda, very traditional Metroid. One more hit. Dead. So, where does it restart us, if anywhere? Pius has perished following the Emperor's quest. The sacred artifact remains hidden, waiting beneath the desert sand. The end. Well, apparently we're... I don't want it in memory slot B. I want it in A. Stupid thing. Like, it's obsessed with memory slot B. Whatever.
Flesh.
Yes, I've just selected the setting to say use memory slot A. But memory slot B, says the game. But B!
So long ago.
No, we have to put up with all of this again. What if we let the zombies kill us in this room? They can't because we don't have a health bar? They literally can't. It is impossible to lose to the zombies there. Yeah, it shouldn't be trying, Salah. I very specifically went into a sub-menu that it told me to go into at the start. Right, the very first thing the game said was go into that menu and pick your settings. And in that menu, I said, use memory slot A. Blah, 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 blah. We enter the orbit of the world's largest detective.
This is. Can you get some of this, please? Of course. This way. I must warn you, it's not a pleasant sight. I'm afraid there's not much to see. Miss Webber, is that your grandfather, Edward?
Yes, it's him. He's wearing our family ring. I don't understand. Why are you showing me this? Can't you check dental records or something? What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry. It's my job, lady. You're the only living relative, and no, we can't check dental records. There's no head. None of this makes sense. There's no sign of intrusion, and there's certainly a lot of force used here. I have never seen anything like this in my 20 years on the force. We have no evidence except for the body.
This is when I also point out, you should not have unskippable cutscenes, right?
There must be some clue in this old man's revealing what happened. I want answers.
So do I.
Let your player skip the cutscenes if they want to. Blah, 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 blah. So the sequence was, look at the clock, learn that the clock is set to a time. 3:33. Nothing else is even slightly necessary. Use that to adjust the grandfather clock. Now, maybe there were other things in this room than the book that I could have looked at. A small shrine of candles. Their placement appears to be very deliberate, matching the etchings on the table and the wall's illustration. The candles are unlit. No, there is no saving Retro Game Spy, because the game is obsessed with memory slot B, A diabolical drawing of a stack of human bodies, each one cemented into place. What twisted psyche could have executed this drawing? Though disturbing, it is meticulously rendered down to the subtlest detail. The precise anatomy of fractured bones and the convolutions of spines and ribs entwine into a mesmerizing sight. This is a bizarre drawing of a cyclopean city, its immense architecture bathed in an unnatural fog. The detail is incredible. As Alex studies it, she can almost imagine the city's inhabitants. The painting of a jungle-shrouded building. It seems to be a temple in Asia, perhaps Thailand or Cambodia. It looks like some kind of mask. The face is serene in composure, with a faint hint of a smile tugging at the corners of the mouth, and the eyes are closed deep in meditation. Does that look serene? To me, that looks like... not serene, but sure. Believe what they say, not what they show us. The Gothic cathedral is silhouetted against a stark light. The image is vicious and devoid of subtlety. Every brushstroke echoes the spikes of the architecture, imbuing a violent feeling, as though the building itself is a harsh imposition on reality. A grim picture indeed. An aged page set inside a glass frame hangs on the wall. An insane scribbling covers the page, comprehensible to Alex. Perhaps, if Alex had some kind of tome, it could be deciphered. Okay, and then we look at this again, and we get sent to Roman times. And we do our best to skip through the unskippable cutscene, because... terrible unskippable cutscene.
As you read this, you will come to learn fear as I have. You too will come to understand we will perish. Look, but ones I could not see beyond the veil of our reality, to see those who dwell behind. My life now has purpose, for I have learned the frailty of flesh and bone. I was once a fool. Iris quies candelast, iris conservandi, facusatis aquae sumat, et animus eorum confirma.
Why is she smiling? We can only assume she senses her impending death and longs for the sweet release from this game.
Our enemies did not have a chance.
Do you believe that it really exists, Centurion? I do not doubt our Emperor's beliefs, or his orders. If we are to retrieve the artifact, then we must be strong and patient.
Laser beamed by turrets. Alright, so it was collect the little cube on each level. Welcome, Mr. Zombie. Yeah, you can't kill them as quickly as you need to get all three down and then be allowed to actually lower one. This is your health bar. I guess I just have to tank damage to be able to kill one. Okay, cube number 1. Oh, I just got out of range in time. Cube number 2. It's just so bad. Maybe I can skip killing these, right? Pick this up and just go down the ladder without killing them. I'm not allowed to stab him. Wait for him to get back up. There we go. I'm allowed to stab him this time. Try and create some space between most of the zombies and the one we're going to kill. That's a no. Okay, we tricked one of the zombies into killing its friends. That's kind of cool. Pick up the last cube. Except I can't stab you because your friends are too close. I'm not allowed to see the monster from off screen because of the camera angle it's choosing. That is Dino Crisis level terrible. Enemies off screen that can attack you. Final one, or was there one more? Okay, they're dealt with. Shove them in their corresponding color. Like the flashy colors on that. They don't look very Roman. They look very modern. But they are nice flashy color effects, even if they're not appropriate flashy color effects. If you put the wrong one in, it summons another zombie. Chew. Let's get it right this time. Last one. Sure, the point remains, like, flashy LED style waves of color aren't really time appropriate, is the point. Okay, we get taught how to aim. Prove that we've learned how to aim. We cannot use the door. Can we attack this? A button is attached to a small pylon, which softly illuminates the room. The bizarre energy seems to radiate from it. Push the button. I mean, how can we not? Okay, do I stand in the teleporter? So far, the answer to monster is just don't engage with monster. It's telling when the best part of a game is to choose to not engage with it. The strange sculpture, resembling a red-clawed worm, floats above the pedestal. A strange, shaped like a delicate dome, a pale blue statuette floats gracefully above the pedestal. Or an effigy resembling a warped angel, shaped from dark green emerald. Yeah, this is mine. We'll take the essentially Oblivion symbol. Oh. We were not worthy. And so we've been zombambified.
Eons have passed since then, and I have learned much. I was once as naive as a child, but now my mind is sharp. With the power of Xel'lotath, I can now read the thoughts of others and make them raving mad with a mere suggestion. Face me, and you shall surely perish.
Zombification might replace your imbriglicated as favorite word. Alex has acquired the Tome of Eternal Darkness. What does it do? This is the Tome of Eternal Darkness, where experiences, spells, and enchanted items can be stored for future use. You store stuff in the book? It has been made from fragments of human skin and bone, and endowed with magic, double CK, all properties. That looks like it belongs in the purple thing in the kitchen. Quickly, to the kitchen. No, wrong room. I meant to go to the right, not up there. This is the giant telescope room. Okay, this looks like it wants sword. Alex places the blade in the slot, but feels it push back, as if the magic of the blade does not fit the lock. Well, shit. Not so fast, Star Fox. Not yet. The party's just begun. If I could, believe me, I would decoy. I even tried walking out the front door, and it gives you the elaborate, Alex wants to stay and solve the mystery of her family's problems text bubble. Here. Leave and go to a better game. The call of the mansion beckons to Alex, drawing her back to uncover the family secrets that it hides. She will not leave till she has learned what happened to her grandfather. Harakiri? Also a solution. It's telling that there is an up and down floor button in here, but it doesn't actually do anything. No, I have not, Decoy. Anything that feels even slightly remoted to Resident Evil should burn in the 7th circle of hell as far as I'm concerned. And this feels far too much like it wants to be that. Okay, yoink the dresser key. Well, as always, I'll recommend that you run it locally, Biggest Forheticus, then you're not dependent on the global server. You can keep playing whenever you want. Now, can we use that dresser key on anything in here? The study is filled with arcane knickknacks and mementos of yesteryear. The odor of ancient texts is faintly noticeable under the peppering of dust, which covers every surface except one. The desk has been the center of activity. And not a mote of dust is on it. Here, Alex's grandfather had worked, perhaps even hours before the end. You want to get your super rotten quicker? At least you're self-consistent. No, we already looked at that. We said we can't use this. Maybe we can use Tome on... No, Tome isn't allowed to... Like, other items in the inventory, I can change between what mode. Use, equip, check. But the tome is not allowed to be used, even though this specifically said it wants a tome. Maybe it just checks if we have it on our person. Let's try. With the Tome of Eternal Darkness in our possession, we may now read the page. It is a chapter page from the tome itself. Should we take it? I guess so. The Binding of the Corpse God. Check. Use this item to read it. Sure.
I cannot say what was the true beginning, nor am I sure of its end. So perhaps here is the best place to start. I am reminded of ideas I first encountered in Sir James George Fraser's book, The Golden Bough, a study in magic and religion. We are overwhelmed by a very human need to weave a web of meaning where there may be none. Since time immemorial, ancient peoples have dressed up their lack of knowledge as gods and demons. I have discovered that sometimes the fates of gods and mortals intertwine, and legends are born.
Thy time is done, great ancient. Forever in shadow will you be master of chaos, and to fade to nothing in obscurity will be thy fate. My master has planned many millennia for this day. It is the true chaos of all things that you now must be in.
Yeah, we really need to be looking down her shirt in this camera angle.
It is a pity that no one will ever recognize it as yours. May the darkness claim thee, crawling chaos and damned beast. No longer will thy reign be kept over the ancients you have kept imprisoned. Thou hast seen the last of this world.
So Skelly Ancestor is sealing away the pulsating, quivering mass? I mean, honestly, that seems like a very nice thing for him to do.
Not even these mythical fables can keep me amused. There has to be something to do around here. I only wish something that fantastic and of higher purpose could happen to me.
Now we are actually Lara Croft. We are Girl in a Tomb. The design on the wall appears to depict a time of day. Perhaps the candles do too. Okay, then I just won't go this way now. I'll see the other directions. A statue of a goddess, delicately sculpted from sandstone. It casts an alert eye over everyone who enters the temple, even though its eyes are closed. There is a strange necklace around its neck. Will we take the necklace? The necklace can be used to heal you. Make sure you do not move when the spell is being cast. How? Okay, does it have limited uses? But it has limited uses. We get 9 casts of the heal spell. Not suspicious at all. I'm not allowed to use finish them on them, though. Engraved on the floor, sorry, is a striking design featuring the sun sinking below the edge of the world. I'm not sure I can thread that needle. Yeah, okay, we can. Ooh, but it's a new kind of enemy. When located by creatures, a sanity loss occurs, causing a decrease in the level of sanity meter and the character to pulse green. Beware! The blobber. Sanity loss affects perception and eventually health. Can I kill you? This meter represents a character's sanity. Every time she or he meets a monster, our sanity will lower. The lower the sanity, the more the character will hallucinate. Finish him? No, because it's going to keep interacting with the floor. Great. The design on the wall appears to depict a time of day. Perhaps the candles do too. Press Y, A, or X to light or extinguish the candles. Okay, so you want only the middle one? And then I'm allowed out of the zombie room? A bronze necklace sits atop an ancient clay urn. Okay, I'll yoink the necklace, why not? The door has slightly opened, but not enough for us to go over it. Performing a finishing move on a creature recovers sanity. How did I do a finishing move? Also, it doesn't look finished, it just looks like it's vibrating. Okay, so I was meant to do that other light the candle puzzle that we just walked past. And presumably for each one it opens the door a little bit more. Oh, hello. That's really an absurdly bad choice. That they put this thing on the floor where you need to kill the monsters that you look at instead of killing the monsters. I'm not even that hurt. Why are you complaining, girl? Wait, wasn't the other puzzle through here, and now we're not allowed through here? So we might have zorked ourselves by not doing that puzzle whilst we had access to that space. The door is firmly closed, sealing the temple. Perhaps there is another exit. Dunno. Feels like we've zorked ourselves. Can I give you the other necklace? Yes. And now I can get back to the room. And do this other puzzle. Except this one time it's not giving me the... I suppose because it's already the correct answer? Hello, friendo. Yeah, that is... it's just terrible. Come exist over off the thing so we're allowed to use the finishing move on you. Come on. Off the floor. No, I'm not allowed to. And that counts as hitting the... There we go. Finish them. No, you knock them over and then you press B. That is how we have finished things. Now, it had that other finishing thing against the zombie that stood there and vibrated, but that's not what I was trying to do because I have no idea what triggered that. Sure, we'll use one of our healings, why not? Okay. There is no light anywhere, so we turn off all the candles. Yes, we were meant to do this earlier. You want me to go look at these? Yes, there's a blowpipe. A small pedestal covered with a decorative etching stands before the wall. The blowgun upon it must have some special significance to be the focal point of this display. Should we take it? Why not? Our sword is gone. Fantastic.
Passage in the temple.
Okay, let's just run away then. Wonder if that will squish the zombies. Actually, I should find out if we can shoot or if it has limited ammo. Yes, it has limited ammo. Fantastic. Can I turn this off by stepping on it a certain number of times? No, we're just screwed. Fine. Then my solution is run through. If it's going to be stupid. I'll give you ones that you literally cannot avoid. In terms of stepping on them. Wait, I'm back here. The mural depicts one of the ancient Khmer deities being tortured and killed by a skeletal demon. Okay, so Roman Ancestor Man is on the left, and he's all, I am a powerful wizard, and he's sealing away the pulsating flesh thing that we saw in the cutscene. Sure. And here is the pulsating flesh. The flesh thing is Manta Rock.
Stop. Don't go near it.
So, you are reduced to feeding on flesh and bone, Mantarok.
Pizza knows his lore. He got the name right.
You will surely fester for millennia to come. A slow and torturous fate for thee. You had best leave, young fool, or you will find yourself as food for the dead god.
Seems awfully alive. And it possesses us?
You are one of the chosen many. Flesh and blood. It is now your destiny to fight the eternal darkness. I give you a gift in return for an obligation. The gift is your life, sweet dancer. The obligation is this.
Can we say no?
You hold one of Mantarok's hearts. The essence of a corpse.
I don't want my life, thank you. We proceed on to the next segment of the game.
From those people, you must defend it, lest they use it to destroy what little brightness your world has left in it. Guard it well.
No. It is a non-optional gift. Is it a new power? An ancient weapon, the blowgun propels a poison dart at enemies, causing death within several seconds. Do we go talk to you? The metal staff is held by the arms of the statue. I mean, that feels like I want to take it. Look, I've set you free. Reward me. A statue of a human female bears witness to the monstrosity that fills the room. The porous stone of its body is covered with an effluvial grime that Mantarok has secreted over the years. Can I put the metal staff on here? No. A large piece of metal looks to be a lever. Can I equip it? I'm not allowed to use it as a weapon. To our immense sadness. What about the other side of the room? Stupid camera angles. A statue of... No, this is the same. Okay, so the statues on the sides are both the same. I'm on full health. Why are you acting like you're damaged, girl? A door of formidable size seals the vault. A stylized design resembling the creature that dwells within the room is carved into the stone. Can we shove the metal staff in? Can we shove the necklace in? That is not what I wanted, but okay. I've wasted a heal. Trying to see if I could use it to open the door. What if we try and touch you, friend? No, there are invisible walls around Flesh Monster. Am I still not allowed to use the staff? No, I am not. That feels like the one I came out of, but let's just double check. Yes. Oh god. Yeah, no. Having the monsters appear and attack you from a off screen in front of you, not cool. Oh. And the heal spell doesn't actually heal very much. Hello? Thank you. Go this way? Maybe. I can't see the monster. Yeah, that's just... That is Dino Crisis, I'm sorry. And now we're back at the start. Am I allowed out? No. Fragments of the shattered short sword lie upon the floor. And now there's nowhere else to go but back towards the flesh monster. Maybe I can use the broken blades on the door? Having our vision obstructed by the foreground stompy thing is great for being able to see the timing of these blades, right? What the hell muted it? Oh, it muted temporarily because we've gone fully crazy. Okay. Oh. I'm not sure why, because there's not an enemy here as far as we can tell. Do I stick my broken blade in this thing? Do I stick my broken blade in this thing? Can I shoot the monster? No. Maybe I put the staff back? No, that's not allowed either. It very much feels like I'm supposed to have done something to open this door. But we can't shoot it. We tried using everything else. Maybe it's in the zombie room, in the center of the zombies. And I've just not done that because the game has taught us to avoid zombies rather than fight them. And I'm supposed to clear them all out. There's our own head. No, there doesn't seem seem to be anything else to interact with in the center. Rub ourselves against all the edges. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I am the zombie now? But why, though? Oh, that's my fault. I shouldn't have stepped on that. There is a hole in the device, as though something can be inserted, perhaps a staff. Please, just... Thank you. And so our suffering ends. Yeah. If it teaches you to avoid the zombies, because the zombies are exceptionally unpleasant to deal with, and then hides the thing you need to interact with in the middle of the zombies, that's kind of an asshole move on the game's part. Elia has perished at the hands of the eternal darkness. With no one to stop their diabolical plans, humanity will surely be annihilated. In good news, in that timeline, this game does not get made. And no, I am absolutely not going to start again from the start when it does not save. Okay, things it does nice. It does do Spookum's atmospheric fairly reasonably well. Things it does terribly. Everything else. Fixed camera... Well, not quite fixed camera angles. Sometimes fixed camera angles, yes. Fixed camera angles and bad camera angles. Enemies that will attack you from off-screen with those camera angles. All of the Dino Crisis errors. Making you have to press B to kill downed enemies that are lying on the ground. Sometimes they don't detect. Oftentimes they fall over and lie down on items that you instead look at rather than kill the enemy, the big floor murals. It gives largely zero guidance about what to do ever. It does have some pretty graphics for, like, lighting and lens flare and color at times, but I don't care about the characters. I actively dislike many of them. Fat cop. Roman centurion who decides to become evil, question mark, or at least another big bad guy, for no obvious reason. It does have atmospheric-ish music, but its loop is too short. Is there anything else nice to be said about it? It doesn't tutorialize its buttons properly for a lot of them. It does for some of them, like how to aim at specific body parts. I don't know, like 3 out of 10, I think I would give this. It's not the worst game ever, but it has a lot of flaws. And it's also not like my genre. I don't like horror. Horror is very much not a thing that Blobber mostly enjoys. I can enjoy crappy, like, monster movie, but that's not like horror. It's too anti-science to be horror. And, like, taking it seriously rather than the shitty monster movie. Like, let's just have fun with shitty monster movie. That I can get behind. We'll give Pizza the remaining 10 minutes on his next one, but I'm not going to start again from here, so... That'll do ya.